One of the most striking things I found on my journey was how important religion is to the Yorubas of Nigeria, including their own Yoruba religion, which involves belief, history, and culture all mixed together. Nigeria is a land of religion.
Thank you for their life, Father. We thank you for their example.
A born-again Christian prayer circle at Lagos Airport. The TV preachers, Nigerian style. The churches and ads for churches. And the Muslims, Friday noon in Ibadan, Nigeria, frantically scrubbing feet, running, trying not to be late, throwing down prayer rugs in the street a block from the mosque because so many others are in front of them. But there's another religion from here.
I'm wondering if there's anything to it, but interested to find out what they have to say. This would be the religion that the ancestors left Africa with. Hello, I'm Sam Ford. Nice to meet you. What's your name, sir?
Anigba Miikwe doesn't speak English. He's a Babalao, or priest of the Yoruba religion. He was among a group of Babalaos that our guide Kumi put together at the shrine that his late grandfather built. Kumi says he is the 9th generation Babalao in his family.
Bring it. I will explain it to you.
Okay.
This one is when you say something is bad. This one says something is good.
As I shook, then separated the bad and good cowrie shells, the Babalao used 16 palm nuts in a ceremony to divine the future. First, would I have a long life? Yes, he said.
Blessing of long life. Bring it.
He said the quality of that life depends on how I please my Orisha, or African saint or guardian spirit. Through the centuries of the slave trade, Yorubas, sold into slavery, took this religion with them to places like Cuba, where it is called Lukumi or Santeria, and to Brazil, where it's called Candomblé, and where every New Year's Eve, millions come to the beach and throw flowers in to Yemanja, the Orisha of the waters. After much more shaking and marking, Kumi divined my Orisha.
Your Orisha, your Ocha is Obatala.
Obatala.
Yeah.
Obatala.
Right. That's your Orisha.
He said to please Obatala, the king of the Orishas, I should wear his favorite color, which is white.
You go for baptism.
Right.
This is the baptism of this town.
The Babalaos then told me my direct ancestors came from the town of Ife, a safe statement because, as tradition has it, all Yorubas come from Ife. This town is the center of Yoruba religion and culture. In the town square stands a statue to their Adam, or first man, Oduduwa. The story is that God sent him down from heaven into the ocean with a chicken and a patch of dirt, from which the chicken scratched out the land of the Yorubas. Yoruba tourists from across Nigeria come to this spiritual home.
You know, this is where the Yoruba people believe they come from, and that's why he loved being around there to take pictures.
Yoruba tradition says Oduduwa's descendants spread from here and settled all over the Yoruba lands. Nigeria's film industry dramatized Shango, the most famous Orisha on both sides of the Atlantic, as an embattled 15th century Yoruba king. He goes to the shrine of Oranmiyan, his dead father, to beg advice.
My enemy is at my throat, and I want a way out.
The shrine comes alive to send Shango on a journey where he becomes the Orisha of lightning.
The history has been heritage from my youth.
At that shrine, I met a retired Nigerian army captain, the chief and caretaker for the shrine of Oranmiyan, who, legend has it, established the first Yoruba army.
In those days, Yoruba are so great that you find many warriors from Yoruba.
When the chief learned that I was finding my roots through DNA, he welcomed me back.
We thank God. We want to see you back home. You need to come back home and settle down your father's land.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah.
The chief said there are more than 200 shrines to various Yoruba heroes and orishas throughout this sacred city. On our way out of Ife, we ran into the singers and dancers in a parade returning from the burial of an elderly woman. They told me they celebrate a life if the person lived long enough for their children to reach adulthood. When young people die, they mourn. If this reminds you of something you've seen in America, it should. Historians say the New Orleans Jazz Funeral and Celebration Parade home from the cemetery, seen in New Orleans as far back as 1812, was brought there by the Yorubas, who were slaves.
Experience. Clinton and Bush talked about that in their visits to Goree Island in Senegal. No, I haven't. I haven't seen the last one.
You'll have to be pleasantly surprised then.